These clients you're looking at is as a result of going to people that don't know what they're doing when it comes to lip blushing. People that do this and people that also do this are those that give cosmetic tattoo a bad name. This person used my audio, my video, one of my viral videos audio, as like a background sound for this video, and I was looking at this unsanitized area, one glove as Panegaro with one glove, and then look at that, no technique, no nothing, just shading. And then when it ends up looking like this, people will come to me for correction. Now this client, this was what she looked like the day they were doing her lips, the first one that ruined her lips, and she ended up having what we call skin trauma. And the thing that explaining me is that the person that did her lip for her was a big brand. It was a huge brand. They have up to 200,000 followers on TikTok. She said that it was their worker in Lagos here that attended to her, and I was like, it does not matter. Because if you know that you cannot train your workers to be as good as you, then don't put them in a different branch. That's one issue about multiple branches. That is one problem I have with multiple branches. If the boss or the madam or the yoga cannot teach the subordinates how to be as good as them, do not have those people working for you, because they are an extension of you. Whatever they do reflects you, reflects your business. They used black for her lips, and that is the number one thing we don't use for lips. One thing about lip blushing that some people do not get, even some, I always tell my students that pay for my class, lips, the pressure and the depth for lips is completely different than brows. I've even had some people that come with, I even have another video to post of a client that her brows were ruined, but that one is different. The pressure, how deep you go for lips is completely different from brows. And there are some people that will go and do training 1 week, 2 weeks, PM, you have collected customer. Where are you running to? Where are you rushing to? Do you know how many times I practiced on fake skin? That's even another one that used to annoy me with some people that will pay for my online class. They'll pay for an online class. A week later, 2 weeks later, they have rushed and sent me a picture of a model they want to work on. Why are you rushing to work on a model? Have you worked on your fake skin first? No. You practice on a fake skin first now. You practice on that. Give yourself a week, 2 weeks before you even consider, before you even think about working on a live model. People are always in a hurry, always rushing. You practice your depth, you practice your shading technique, you practice your pressure, you practice the way you hold your machine, you practice the colors you use, because some of you are using the worst colors. We don't use black for lip blushing because it turns green when it heals, but people don't get it. I have some clients that will come and tell me, oh, I want to do black on my lips, and I tell them I don't use black, I use the darkest shade of brown, and it will give you that result you want. This client I'm working on right now, I use the darkest shade of brown for her. For her correction, I had to do multiple stages. Her correction took almost 3 hours of my time. Almost 3 hours. She had to spend double the money, because if she had come to me or someone else that was very good the first time, she won't be going through this. I had to do a color correction for her, because all those places that she lost pigment, I had to mix her skin tone first and use that on those areas that were white, okay, those areas that lost melanin. I used her skin tone first, and then I went ahead to do neutralization for her, because if I just go and do neutralization, all those white areas will just be so bright with color, and it will look off. It will look as if she has vitiligo that she's trying to cover. Even those that have vitiligo, when I'm trying to cover up for them, I use skin tone first. If they want to blend their colors, or they want like a pinky color or like a reddish color when it heals, you have to use their skin tone first to cover those white areas. That is what I did for her. You can see how dark the lower lip looks, because I had to cover those areas first, and then I went ahead with neutralization. That was double the work, triple the work, because lip blushing on a normals takes me like an hour and an hour 30 minutes to do. That's after I'm done numbing, but hers took me 3 hours after numbing, because I was correcting somebody else's work. Another client sent to me her work and was asking me if this method of lip doing lips is okay, where they were using laser tattoo remover to remove color from the lips. And I've seen videos like that of Indians doing it. One thing you need to understand about laser removal is it removes pigments, implanted pigments. Now, in a situation where they are using it on your direct lips, where the only pigment that is on that lips is your natural melanin, I don't know what it will look like when it heals. I cannot tell you what it will look like when it heals. Please, I'm begging you, if you want to do lip blushing, search for pages that are very transparent with their work. Do your research. Be sure of where you are going to. Don't just go because they are a big brand, because there are so many big brands that don't know what they're doing. And don't reject someone because they are a small brand, because there are so many small brands that know what they're doing. Okay, I've seen some works of some girls that have like 100 followers, but if you see the brows they are doing, perfection. So people like that, and you run from them because they are a small brand, it makes no nonsense. Check the brand you want to book with. Make sure they are transparent with their procedures, both online and offline. Ask them questions before you book. Ask them questions before you book. Okay? When this client's lips are completely healed, I will post her healed results. Though I told her that her healing is going to be 50-50 because those white areas are not going to completely cover, but at least they are not going to be as white as they were before. When it heals, it's going to have like a 60% to 70% coverage, but it's still going to be slightly lighter than the rest of her lips because of the skin trauma, because they went too deep for her lips. Too deep, puncturing people's lips for nothing. Go and learn work before you take clients. Okay, bye.